today is a very special day for us. We have the privilege to sitting down with someone who has shaped identity, vision and technical strength of SEDS SLTC and now leads the entire national body. We are honored to welcome Mr. Ubindu, the chairperson of SEDS Sri Lanka and proudly a former chairperson of SEDS SLTC.
Mr. Ubindu, to begin this today's session, we want to hear it from the best person. What is SEDS?
Right, yeah. So SEDS, SEDS. SEDS stands for Students for Exploration and Development of Space. Right, so SEDS actually started in United States around 1980 at MIT. So after that, SEDS became a global, world's largest student-based space organization. So now SEDS is backed by NASA and also European Space Agency. So at the beginning, it was actually a collaboration between NASA and the MIT. And after that, sometime SEDS became an individual organization under SEDS Earth. So basically, SEDS Earth is run by SEDS USA. Under that, there are like 26 countries in the world.
And what is its true purpose, both in Sri Lanka and globally?
Right. So true purpose-wise, it actually depends on the country, the context of the country. Like in SEDS USA is different from SEDS Sri Lanka. Like the operating way is actually very different. So in SEDS Sri Lanka context, I like to say like our purpose is to build a student community that is ready to the future opportunities. Like basically on Sri Lankan context, we like to promote space exploration and space development as a career path, but also as a hobby, right? So most of the school students are like to engage in astronomical activities. So SEDS is like to give that opportunity to students in universities in Sri Lanka, in Sri Lankan context. In global context, it's actually like I am taking example as SEDS USA. So their operating structure is completely different. In each university, the SEDS chapter is the main part. SEDS USA isn't governing anything or they are doing any event. They are just giving the opportunity to the chapters to do anything. There are like model rocket projects, model water rocket projects. Like there are some actually good projects are done by SEDS USA and other countries. That's the global context.
Mr. Ubindu, welcome back. You began your journey in Aeronautical Division in 2022 as an assistant manager and later become the chairperson of SEDS SLTC. Looking back, what is your founder-'s memory leading SEDS SLTC?
Yeah, it's great to be back actually. So looking back, there are so many memories with me in SEDS SLTC. Like what I like to call SEDS SLTC as like that's the place I learned how to become an SLTC and how to actually be a good person, right? So back in like 2020, there was like a COVID pandemic and academics were still online. So in 2022, actually, we started doing all the lectures back to the physical format. Back then, so I didn't have I didn't have any friends like so in the university because I will all like studying in homes. So when come to SLTC, like I didn't have any friends. I was like quite introverted and I was like stayed back in that time. So in SEDS, actually I found it so comfortable. I can be what actually I am. So that's why the SEDS SLTC was so special to me. I found so many friends in here. Space like Sinali, Shamila, Dilshad. Those are very good friends of mine from all those I found from SEDS SLTC. So the fondest memory actually I think that was organized STARGAZE 2023. That event was so hectic, we almost gave up. But all our friends, we continued to do the event and it became one of the most successful events in SEDS SLTC history as well as Sri Lanka's history. In that year, STARGAZE 23 organized by SEDS SLTC was the best event, actually the most engaging event. After that, then it continued as STARGAZE 2024 and now as 2025. That was actually the fondest memory, like what the interactions we had, how we organize the thing, how we overcome the challenges we faced. Like, so that's the most memory.
When you first stepped into the role of chairman, what was your long-term vision for SEDS SLTC? And in what ways did SLTC play a key role in supporting and shaping that vision?
Yeah, so I think it's easy to answer the question if I say what SLTC was providing us at that time. So at 2023, I was selected as the chairman of SEDS SLTC. At that time, what I see special at SLTC was the support given by the SLTC management to the students for extracurricular activities. We can do whatever we want at that time. I think still it's here. So as a student, I wanted to do something memorable to SLTC community as also for actually to me and my friends. So I think what I can do under my leadership and my team. So we came up with a plan actually for the year, and we gave it to the SLTC management. They supported us wholeheartedly. They supported us 100%. So actually the SLTC was the main reason that the term was successful at that year. So my long-term vision was to actually give opportunities to the students, whatever we can do on the campus, and lastly, whatever the best thing we can do the students in SLTC.
Okay.
As a telecommunication engineering undergraduate, you bring a strong technical background. How did it feel to see the satellite and IT division carry out significant research projects during your term? What were some of the key projects they worked on, and what are your future objectives in this field?
Yeah, so at that time the satellite division was led by Mr. Moyes Gunaratna. So under his leadership, satellite division mainly did a project called the QFH antenna project. So we used that antenna to receive satellite images from NOAA weather satellites, as we say NOAA weather satellites. So we can receive live satellite images from the NOAA satellites when it overpass at our university. So that was the main project done by satellite division at that time, and if we develop that projects further, actually we can predict weather differences. We can use those kind of projects even in disaster management situations, like recently we had a massive cyclone. So if we had developed that project further, actually we can predict them in our university also. So that was one of the key projects done by the division at that time. Also the Albedo project that was continued from 2020 to 2022, and still it's developing. So those are the main projects done by satellite division.
At the 2024-2025 SEDS Sri Lanka annual gathering, SEDS SLTC received the most technical chapter award. As both SEDS Sri Lanka chairperson and the SEDS SLTC past chairperson, what do you believe truly sets SEDS SLTC apart from other chapters in terms of technical excellence?
Right. When discussing about the technical context, I think what made SEDS SLTC special is the determination we had from the beginning of SEDS SLTC. Like the reason for the start of the SEDS SLTC was actually the radio telescope which we had in the university. So the best thing is in the SLTC is we are situated in a former satellite ground station. So we have so many equipment in here that we can use for technical development. So what we have started conducting by a project, the radio telescope project, the Albedo project, we continued to involve our technical expertise using that. Then later, SEDS SLTC got the first ever radio ground station for the radio telescope, and then we developed some projects using that, like the QFH antenna we did in that year. So that was the main reason the SEDS SLTC was starting to go on the technical path. Then after 2024, the year we gave the award for SEDS SLTC, it was like the projects we have done, mainly the antenna project and the radio telescope project. That was like any other university haven't done that, so then that sort of a project. So that was the main reason for the award. But I think in the future context, SEDS SLTC must continue to do that technological advancement level projects. Otherwise, the advantage we had before will lose eventually.
SEDS SLTC not only secured the Best Project Award for STARGAZE 24, but is also established Sri Lanka's first ever university ground station. How important are these infrastructure-based and outreach projects in shaping the national vision of SEDS Sri Lanka?
Right. So, eventually when talking about STARGAZE, it actually started as the first ever university collab project between chapters in SEDS Sri Lanka. So, STARGAZE 2022 was a collaboration between us and SEDS Mora and SEDS Japura. So, SEDS Sri Lanka is always trying to do a collaborative efforts. So, students from each universities can collaborate with each other and have networking with each other, and also make new friends when conducting those events. So, that was the main reason why STARGAZE actually started. Rather than conducting a lame old night camp, we tried to get a collaborative event into a reality. So in STARGAZE 2023 became a competition, and it continued to STARGAZE 2024. It became actually the most awaited event in the Sri Lanka community. The people are waiting until STARGAZE happening, so they can come and win actually the prize. When talking about the ground station, actually the only ground station actively working in Sri Lanka as well as in any university is SLTC. So it's actually a very big achievement for us also. So the ground station actually, if we can continue to use that and use some new projects, I think it will eventually become a good base place for space exploration in Sri Lanka.
In your view, what unique value do SEDS Sri Lanka and affiliated university chapters bring to the scientific, technological and youth development landscape in Sri Lanka?
Right, so as I said before, there are 18 university chapters under Sri Lanka. So we have like 7,000 active student base in Sri Lanka here also in SEDS. So all the university chapters, I think, are trying to give opportunities to the students in their studies. So what we try to do is show the industry actually. We have a student base that is like to develop specific projects to the actual space industry. If the students can develop something for space industry, think about the local context here. Like, we don't do like things like space exploration in Sri Lanka, but there are major scientific research projects in Sri Lanka. So the student can get the mindset of how to do a research-based project and what will be the outcome when the project successfully concluded. That's the main reason why we are promoting those STEM initiatives in SEDS Sri Lanka context in all the universities, as well as some other institutes also.
SEDS SLTC's mission is to bridge the gap between academic theory and industry practice. As chairperson of SEDS Sri Lanka, how do you plan to expand industry exposed and real-world opportunities for undergraduates across the national network?
But so always we are trying to give the exposure to the students who are still studying, and we are hoping they actually take the opportunities and go to the industry. But normally that won't happen. Like, so the academic pressure and the things related to the academics on the students, they tend to do the academics first, then they are going to do the other stuff. So to bridge the gap between that, we are actually trying to bridge the gap using international events actually. The best example I can give is Nava Space Earth Challenge. That is an academic and industry exposure event, right? So both the academic knowledge and also the industry exposure is needed to develop a good solution in that challenge. It's actually an international event, so the students can have the international exposure also. So the events like NASA Space Apps, they can think how their academic experience will benefit the industry in the global context. I am proud to say that in this year we had the global finalist also. Like that's the best thing here. That's first time thing and the best thing we can have in Sri Lanka also. I think there will be some more winners, but in present context, things like NASA Space Apps Challenge and those projects done by international units like Gravity Games, those are the things that actually can bring the academia to the industry level.
In 2023, you transformed the STARGAZE night camp into inter-university competition. What drove this decision?
Right, yeah, so in 2022, when the first STARGAZE event started, what I saw was the students who actually like to explore space and do observation stuff in universities. There were like 120 participants. The STARGAZE event was actually the main reason for the start of SEDS schedule chapters. So when it comes to 2023 event, what we wanted is to give a opportunity to the students to get an idea about the observation part also, as well as to actually test what they know about the those observation stuff. As also there were like in 2023 in the Sri Lanka community, there was a little bit of distance between the chapters, right? So there are some chapters were inactive, some chapters are most active. So what we wanted is like give the opportunity to all the students in Sri Lanka to have an experience about space observation, right? So the best thing is to do is to make a competition. Then we discussed and finally we came up with a plan to make STARGAZE 2023 the first ever astronomy-based inter-university competition in Sri Lanka for university students. There are so many competitions for school students, but for university students, for Sri Lanka students, there weren't any competition in night camp format. So that was the main reason. Then we conducted the 2023 event as a pilot project. The 2024 event carried it further, and now 2025 event will finalize that.
Your tenure was marked by versatility beyond traditional aerospace projects. Initiatives such as the Biomedical Division's Moringa-based nutritional supplement and the Finance Division's Degree Talk for Business students reflected this. Why was it important for you to support interdisciplinary and non-engineering initiatives within a space-oriented club?
Yeah, so basically space industry is not just focused on engineering, right? It is a combination of financial projects, biomedical initiatives, as well as engineering. So we needed to reflect that industry in SEDS SLTC and in SLTC itself. So that's why we have a financial division as well as a biomedical division in the SEDS SLTC. So the initiatives like Degree Talk, we wanted to give students like business students specifically what can we do in space context as well as in the SLTC and in the Sri Lanka context. That was the motivation behind the Degree Talk event. Actually, after some time, we actually came to a conclusion that that project was needed to be updated more because the business faculty in SLTC is always involved, right? Then the Moringa plant-based biomedical division project, that was actually very interesting. They developed a supplement that actually haven't been issued in Sri Lanka before. So that was the biomedical division at that time led by Sakindu. The project was actually interesting. So I think they are conducting a research paper for that also. So that was the main reason behind those two projects.
Okay.
Finally, reflecting on your journey from assistant manager in 2022 to national chairperson in 2025, what message would you like to share with the first year students?
Right. So, when talking about my journey, what I would like to actually say is that I learned from this. What I learned from this journey. There are so many things I would like to say, but the main point is get out of your comfort zone, right? So what happened if I don't apply to SEDS SLTC and just do my academics in those 4 years? I won't become the national chairperson, or I won't be able to have any new friends in SEDS SLTC, or have even this moment also. So what I have to say to the youngsters in SLTC, don't just be framed into academics, right? There are so many opportunities in SLTC, there are so many clubs here. Try to get out of your comfort zone, explore new things, try to find new friends. Don't be just do academics in these 4 years. Try to do something interesting, and also make a good portfolio for the industry. That portfolio will matter the most, right? And most importantly, the final thing, found your own voice throughout these 4 years.
Thank you, Mr. Windu, for your time today. Your journey from assistant manager to national chairperson highlights inspiring leadership. We appreciate your insights on SEDS purpose. Your vision for expanding industry exposure and embracing interdisciplinary projects is truly impactful. It's been an honor, and we wish SEDS Sri Lanka all the best in shaping the nation's scientific and new development landscape.
Thank you.